I really hope that wasn't super loud. All right, today we're talking about how to spot problems that home sellers want to hide, as well as top 24 top exterior colors to keep it classically vanilla. Talk more a little bit more about that in a second. A little bit more. Tuesdays, highs and lows. And then tomorrow, I just saw something about where people are moving. So make sure you tune in tomorrow as well. Okay, let's get into it. How to spot top problems home sellers have or try to hide. Now, please understand that this was written over on the East Coast, so you're going to see stuff that really pops up over there. But I'm going to show you uh, stuff that I talk about as well. Now, how to spot problems here. Homeowners sign a disclosure document that their property about their property, so buyers know what they're getting into. However, it can be very tempting for some to tell white lies or conveniently forget facts, says Wendy Flynn. Here's what I always say. In real estate, it's location. In disclosure is disclose. I would much rather scare away buyers that are afraid of whatever issues your house has than to have to deal with it afterwards. Because low be the seller that wants to blame me for not doing the right thing. Here's the thing. We're going to go through this real quick. So there's water damage, there's foundation damage. No house is perfect, right? I could tell you straight up that no house is ever going to be level, perfectly level. My house is not. No walls are ever going to be perfectly squared or plumbed. And there's going to be issues with every house. I can tell you that for a fact. Every house I walk into, I do a physical walkthrough and take pictures of it. And I'll show you that in a second. This article talks about a contaminated backyard. Yes, there is contamination that we have to deal with in California. Certain houses, certain areas have stuff that you have to worry about. We have something called an NHD, a natural hazard disclosure, and it talks more about what environmentally could be around your property. It goes from unexploded ordnance to earthquake zones to earthquake fault lines to high fire zones to drought conditions to being close to a dam to 100-year floodplains to multiple other things. But you, in your house, when you're selling your house, you have to tell people everything you know you've materially done or can materially affect the sale of that house. Like you have a crappy neighbor, you might have a crappy foundation, you might have weird temperature change. Like I have to disclose that 20 years ago when I first moved in, that New Year's Day, we had a massive windstorm and it blew off half of my roof. And it also blew off the neighbors, blew off half the neighbors' roofs on either side of my house. It just was a freaky storm. It kind of came down from the hills and took tiles off. It didn't tear off half of the roof. It was really like quarter. It was like half of the roof. So, but it wasn't a big deal. We got a new one done. Luckily I knew somebody and they gave me the bro deal. He got business out of the other two people, so everybody won. So there's certain things that can happen, right? I now make it a valid practice. I've been doing this for a while now. I take pictures and I put it in a document so buyers can see it. Now, you have something called an AVID, an agent visual disclosure, agent visual inspection disclosure, AVID. And that means I have to go through and look at everything and do kind of like a checklist walkthrough. But I also check and see what's physically wrong because I know what's what. And here's the thing. And sometimes my sellers freak out. Why are you doing this? Why you're over disclosing? No, I'm not. Here's the thing. I would much rather scare away a mamby-pamby buyer or someone that's litigious when I can physically see on the superficial, the surface of a house, what's going on with it. I can tell you that there's wood rot under the eaves. I can tell you that the roof is probably a little bit shot. We should have a roof inspection. I can tell you the I always put in my disclosures now that no house is perfectly level, squared, or plumb. Just it's not. There's no such thing as a perfect house, right? But it's our job as agents to do a superficial inspection. It's also the seller's responsibility and duty to disclose everything material to that house. Anything that's happened. Have you been burglarized? Has anybody died? Did you remodel the kitchen? Did you replace a socket? Little things can disturb the sale of a house and upset a buyer. And sometimes when buyers have buyer's remorse, they can find one little thing that you didn't disclose and get out of a deal. And it's a terrible thing for everybody. And again, when you do this, you're not preventing it, but you're making it more difficult to say, hey, you didn't do your due diligence, right? Now, this one was a probate deal, a transaction. The guy lived in there. I don't think he died on it, but when they opened it up, it kind of smelled funny. So they opened up the windows and doors, and the slider didn't have a screen on it, and rats got into it and had their way. Now, I took care of cleaning it. We put new carpets in. We painted it. But I disclosed everything. The rat feces, the tearing down, the new carpet, everything that we did. Had to replace a toilet, had to fix a door, that dishwasher needed to be replaced. All the appliances needed to be replaced. Oh, and this foil weird thing needed to be done. But we disclosed it. That I actually had that fixed by my painter, and that was taken care of. There was a crack in the, right? Here's the thing. It was all taken care of. It was repaired, but I disclosed it because it prevents any idea of, hey, you didn't do your job. And it's my job to protect you, the seller, and it's also my job to inform you, the buyer, what you're getting into. So that's what I always say when I work with my sellers. It's like I would rather scare people away than have them buy the house and freak out later. And then also at the end of the day, let's say we're in contract and you're honestly disclosed everything you can possibly remember. And then we're in contract and we're 3 days away from escrow closing, and you wake up in the middle of the night and go, I forgot about the toilet that I replaced back in 1976. Okay, great. We're adults. Let's go tell the buyer, here's something that they just remembered. Take it or leave it. Now, they have 3-day right of rescission on that. It's a fact of life. It's a fact of the contract. It's the way it is in California law. But if they want to use that to get out, then they're not the right buyers, right? And it does cause a little bit of havoc. But at least we know that later on, you can't go back and sue you for that toilet replacement. Anyway, there you go. Okay, colors. 2024 colors are going to be cream, light off-white, light brown, and medium blue. I don't get the whole medium blue thing. Light gray. I can see light gray. But that's by region, right? So at the end of the day, if it's your house and you live there, just don't paint it purple. I sold a house to some guy over in Palmilla, and he painted it like rusty red and baby puke orange, and it looks horrible. And all the neighbors hate him. Do it for your taste. I get it, but it's not the Taj Mahal. Unless you buy the Taj Mahal, then here you go. These are the colors for this year. Next year, you're going to have to pay something else. How much are you going to pay for it? $1.50 to $4.50 per square foot. That's because in California, paint costs a whole lot more. You're looking at like $200 for a 5-gallon bucket. It's ridiculous. There's going to be a black market of importing paint from Nevada. Just watch. I cracked myself up. Trim colors. White is the favorite, despite climbing popularity. Dark framed windows, especially farmhouse style homes, quite far behind gray and beige and clay and light wood. Not really into the whole dark thing. I need to paint my house. Homeowners consider the cost, 35% availability, and 23% most important when deciding on color for an external fresh. Guys, just paint what you're going to paint. Just don't make it puke orange and rusty red. That's horrible. I'll take a picture of it and show you guys. Yeah. Merry Christmas. As you know, I do REWTF on Facebook most every day. And one of those things where I just did a compilation, took all the pictures that I did, threw out there for the year, and I thought I'd share them with you because it's kind of a fun thing. Get a lot of great comments, and I love it when people send me pictures. I think it's fantastic. You can go to this video, stop it and look. I just wanted to make sure you take a look at this. I just uploaded this, so it should be out there here pretty quick. But it's pretty fun, right? I mean, it's a great way to remind you that I'm in real estate without me calling you up and saying, hey, do you remember that I'm in real estate? Don't forget. Oh, that was gross. And also, it's just a light touch to remind you that I'm in real estate. That's how, I get a lot of my business. So there you go. Title theft. Title theft is still a thing, guys. It's not going away. We're not doing there's just so many scams that are out there. Protect yourself, protect your parents, protect your elders, protect your family. If you have even a dream about your house being stolen, give me a call and I'll do a title search on it. Make sure that you're safe. Okay? Mortgage rates, even though it's down to 5.7 here, is 6.65. That's without points or qualification. 6.65, it's coming down. Remember 2 months ago, I said buyers will enter the market when we hit 5.5. We're getting there, guys. Dangerous thing, though, is that we don't have enough supply to bring in that amount of buyers. Finally, we're below 4. 3.79 is the lowest today. Hallelujah. Must be an election year coming up. Highs and lows. Highs and lows. Okay, the first one is the highest sold price is $5.9 million in Douglas. These are not my listings, by the way. These are general MLS information. 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4,700 square foot on 0.8, 43560. 43560. That's an acre. 43,560 square feet to an acre. So it's 0.8 acres. Built in 1973. This beautiful ranch house sold for $6 million. Pretty nice house. Completely redone. It looks like it's brand new everything here, or at least a new fridge. What? That looks like an afterthought room. That might be in a garage. So here's the thing. Originally it was $7 million, went down to 6.1, and it sold for just under $1. $200,000 discount in 21 days. Pricing is important. It doesn't matter what side you're on. So lowest sold price is this one on 17th Street in, I want to say it's the Glen area. Oh no. No, it's right there. So it's north San Jose heading. It's right by the reserve unit there. There. Let's take a look at it. It's just standard bungalow looking. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 780 square feet. It sold for almost $1,000 per square feet. Crazy. Ooh. Oh my goodness. REWTF. This one listed at 1.3, sold for 1.7. It was 34%, 36.6% of list price. And if you know this area, it's to the right of 101. Silver Creek is to the right here. And it's not a busy neighborhood, but it's loud because you're right here. I used to live right, where did I live? Center. So it's even further north. I used to live down here in Edenvale. Yep. Branham, Great Oaks. Right here. See this cluster homes right here? Yep. Right there. That was me. That house right there. That was mine. So anyways, on the other side, your proximity here is really close to the freeway, but look at that huge acreage. It's mostly a hill there, but that's probably why it sold for so much, because it had a full acre. But it's a nice house, right? Nice built, 77, I think, or 82. Built in 82. Wow, very pretty. Oh, looks like a Shea. Yeah, this looks like it's a flipped home. No, that's original cabinetry they did. And look at the old appliance. Guys, these old dishwashers, they will outlast anything you put into them today. I tell you. Yeah. So they painted the cabinets, put new countertops, new fixtures, and kept the dishwasher the same. But that's okay, because that dishwasher will outlast any new one you put in today. Everything else is pretty original, just new floors, new paint. So let's take a quick look at history. I can't look at history here. Okay, and then what is this? This is the biggest divot. This one, 75% off list price in Los Altos. So original list price 7.5. After 80 days or so, went down to 6.5, and then it sold for almost 5.5. So almost $200,000 off the original list price, 75% off the 74 point blah blah blah. But it's a pretty house. Look at that, really nice. Again, these are not my listings, but this is beautiful. Is that a waiter? That's a dumb waiter. That's a elevator. Huh. See, nicely staged. Still, when it goes to past 30 days, something's wrong. So there you go. All right. Today we talked about disclose, colors for 2024, pink colors for 2024, and today's highs and lows. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there. And don't forget, tomorrow we're talking about who's moving where to different states and who's moving in from different countries. See you. Bye.